This podcast is part of the C-Suite Radio Network, turning the volume up on business.
Hey, it's Chris Kirkpatrick, and welcome to the Executive Job Search Secrets podcast. And for this episode today, I'm going to be talking about the importance of knowing what you're selling when you're going through your job search. We all know most executive level positions are not posted or advertised. So the big question is this: if those 100K plus jobs are not posted or advertised, how do you go about your job search in a way so you can find the right companies, connect with the right people, and land your next ideal opportunity as quickly as possible and without compromise? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Chris Kirkpatrick, and welcome to Executive Job Search Secrets. All right, so this is an important topic. You hear me talk a lot about the fact that when you're going through your job search, it's really a sales process, and I think that makes a lot of sense to people. The challenge is, I think, when you try to become all things to all people, then it's a really hard thing to sell, right? One of my favorite expressions or I guess quotes is, if you stand for nothing, you get it every time, right? And I think when you try to be the jack of all trades, so to speak, it's really hard to show your value to the level that you are. Because remember, all companies are hiring because of one thing: they have a problem. Now, that problem is either a growth problem or or they're actually having a challenge, right? Like, they're either looking to solve issues where they need somebody that is focused on growth. They want somebody to help them turn around the company, but ultimately, if they're not having a challenge on any level, there's no reason to bring somebody new into the fold, right? So it's key to understand that you are a product in the marketplace. Now, you're not just a regular product in the marketplace. You are a multi-million-dollar product as far as your value goes. You are an investment that they are looking to invest in to help their company get the better rate of return, to be able to grow their company, to be able to turn their company around, to be able to fix whatever leaks that they have in their organization. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways that can go, but the bottom line is you have to understand where your value is the highest, because when you understand and have clarity around the value that you bring to the table, what your unique skill sets is, what your unique value proposition is to an organization, now you can go out and find companies, speak to those things, and find companies that are in alignment with what you bring to the table, right? So think about it this way. I'm gonna list some things off just to kind of go through this. I'm actually looking at my book here that we're releasing shortly, Executive Job Search Secrets, and I'm looking at my manuscript, and I'm going through this, and I'm thinking about, okay, what are as a product, what are the areas that you focus in or that you could be focusing in? And I just want to throw a couple ideas out there. So are you selling your ability to build a team to help a company expand and build a sales team or build a leadership team? Are you selling your ability to double sales? Do you have a background that shows that you've been able to do this? Are you selling yourself on the ability to rein in costs? Remember, because a lot of times that's really important to an organization. Maybe their costs are out of control and they need to figure that out and streamline. Maybe you're selling yourself on your ability to reorganize or streamline a department, division, or the entire company. Are you looking to increase profits? Do you specialize in implementing new technology? Are you focused or wanting to work with an organization to help them open new locations or operations inside of new companies, cities, territories? Are they looking to go through a merger? Are they looking to implement new strategic plans or change directions for the company? Get into new business lines? Are they looking to create better communication and cooperation between divisions of the organization? Are they looking to improve their core business? Are they looking to expand into new markets, to create new product lines, enter new product lines? So those are just some areas that just to kind of get your brain going. Chances are, if you're listening to this, at least one of those resonates with you on some level. But I would really encourage you to think about what you're selling, really have clarity about what you're selling, because that's going to help you really dial in the conversation, and it's going to make you more relevant, and it's going to help you as you go through the process of trying to identify the problems with the companies. Because remember, you being able to land this, it's all about, it can never be about you. Your job search is never about you. It's always about them and what you can do for them. So your job in your job search as a salesperson is to identify problems and articulate solutions, right? So if you are clear about what you're selling and what your value is, now you got to go out and find companies that their problems align with how you can fix those problems and articulate that solution. And it's going to allow you to have a more authentic conversation around that entire topic. So I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, absolutely go to careernextagency.com, www.careernextagency.com. And, I'd love to talk to you. This is something that we help people with on a regular basis, is just getting clarity around this. A lot of times, it's hard to see the forest through the trees. Some of the most successful people in the world, you're amazing at what you do because it just comes naturally to you. And sometimes it's really hard to see the true value and uniqueness that you bring to the table. And a second set of eyes from an expert can certainly help a lot of times. And it's nice to have an advocate in your corner. So I'd be happy to have a conversation with you and help you out. So feel free to reach out, www.careernextagency.com. And I look forward to talking to you on the next podcast. Go out and crush it. See ya. Thanks so much for listening. As a token of my gratitude, I want to give you free access to my executive Job Search Secrets Masterclass that'll walk you through the 5 steps we use with every single one of our clients to help them find their ideal job in the shortest time possible. If you look below, the link to the masterclass and your free access will be listed in the description of this podcast episode. I hope it makes a huge impact in your job search. Go out there and crush it. I'll see you on the next podcast.
Like what you just heard? Visit c-suiteradio.com. C-Suite Radio, turning the volume up on business.